Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. Spring has sprung. Okay, it's actually, technically, I think it's tomorrow or the next day. But you can feel it in the air. We started having 80 degrees back in the end of February. And we've had a lot of, 40s and 70s, and it's springtime weather here in Tennessee with springtime storms to boot. But the one thing I know people love about spring is just the smells of spring, as they call them. You can smell the grass and the fresh air, and as bad as my nose is and as horrible as my sinuses are, I don't smell that. We've got those flowering trees. They're not dogwoods. I forget what they're called. And I won't tell you what my wife says they smell like. Smell like, well, just something nasty. Something that probably needs to be washed a little bit better. And they bloom every time of this year, and you get that stanky smell. And I do smell the grass, and I smell the weeds, and I smell all that kind of stuff. And I've never understood, I guess because my nose doesn't work, I've never understood the joys of all the people getting excited about the smell of spring or the smell of fall. Oh, you can smell the bonfires. All I do is I smell the burning and it makes me cough and I can't breathe, and I envy the people who have good noses. I envy the people who don't have sinus problems. Again, I've had them my entire life, and now my sinuses are worse than they've ever been. And they're not getting better. And I know I'm going to have surgery that I keep putting off. But I do envy people who have a good sense of smell. My wife doesn't smell as well as she used to. But man, she's like, oh my God, smell that. What does that smell? I'm like, what are you talking about? She can smell something that I will never ever be able to smell in a million years. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. I don't know. Again, like I said, maybe I make up for it in the sense of taste why I'm so big. Maybe that's part of the problem. It's not. It's just one of the interesting things. Everybody's body is built differently, and some people have a better sense of hearing, or a better sense of smell, or taste, or eyesight. For some reason, my hearing is still decent. Shouldn't be with all those years in radio and all those years in loud headphones. My eyesight's always been horrible, but I do as well as I can. And I know a lot of folks who've got it a whole lot worse than me. I actually see better than my wife corrected, because she's in that whole bifocal world, and haven't had to adapt to that yet. Although I can't see without my contact lenses and my glasses on. When it comes to smell, though, and the smells of spring, good, bad, or indifferent, not for me. One of the only smells I really ever remember enjoying, and I don't know if you can actually smell it anymore in spring, was when you drive by a factory that made bread. There's usually one place in each town that has that smell. I don't know if we have one here anymore. Naturally, I couldn't tell you a good place to drive through where they've got a major bread factory. In Akron, when I lived in Ohio, it was actually in the northern little suburb of Cuyahoga Falls, down by their downtown. There was I don't even remember the company anymore that made bread. Right, literally by the highway, by Route 8, and you could always smell the bread being made year round. Sometimes you had to be closer to the factory than others. But man, that smell of fresh bread baking, oh, you can't be beat. For somebody who's got a bad nose like me, it's one of the better smells around. Springtime? Yeah, I know it's almost here. It doesn't matter. I only smell the bad. That's the one thing. I only smell the bad, never smell the good. I could complain, but again, people got a lot worse than me. Back next week, another Road Warrior. KevinMason.us, home to all of our Road Warrior videos. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Love it when you tell a friend. Love it when you like. Love it when you share. Leave a comment. All those kinds of things you're supposed to do on videos. Because you can do that on Facebook, on YouTube, on the website. Does not matter. Love it when you do. Appreciate your support. We'll see you next week with another Road Warrior. Thanks.